is a show that focuses on the person behind the Brony. I'm your host, OsakaJack. Please sit back and relax as we talk to this week's guest Brony. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Into the Spotlight. This is your host, OsakaJack. And with me today, I have somebody whose voice you may recognize, or you may recognize the voice that she does when she's not doing her voice, but I can't remember what I was talking. It's MEMJ. Jem, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How about you?
Confused, I think. That sentence had a perfectly logical flow in my mind.
Made sense to me,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Well, for anybody who does not recognize you, can you explain who you are? What do you do?
Well, I'm MEMJ0123 on YouTube. I guess people might know me for voice acting for Celestia in Silly Philly Studios, in their most recent short film Snowdrop. I voiced Celestia there, and Cumulonimbus, which was the really mean Philly in Snowdrop's class.
Right.
And I guess in a few other projects as well. Yeah, people know me from various places, I guess.
Well, you also do some singing, isn't that correct?
Yes, I do.
I think, what was the recent one with, I lost my mind. Simgratina?
I did do a recent one with Simgratina, yes.
Okay.
To the moon.
Well, to be fair now, I mean, that has, 5 zeros in it, or 5 O's in it, so that's to the moon!
To the moon! Yeah.
Well, how did you get started as fan voice acting?
Well, how did I start? I guess this goes into how I started in the fandom. I started
Okay.
in the fandom, just watching the show, and I didn't even know that there was such a huge artistic following or creation side to it.
Right.
Until I went on YouTube and started looking up videos for ponies, and then I started noticing PMVs, and then I noticed fan music, and then I noticed fan art, and then I noticed people were actually doing fan dubs of the songs. And I'm like, hey, I can use my voice. I want to try that. So I started with the main six. Um, my first dub was Giggle at the Ghosties.
Okay.
I thought I'd try and challenge myself with Pinkie Pie,
Right.
but I don't think it was quite working out. Even to this day, I still can't do Pinkie Pie very well. But eventually, I worked my way past the main six, and some of them worked out, some of them didn't. And then I got to Celestia, and that was the first one that really clicked right away. Like, I
Okay.
heard back at the first time, and I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. So I just went with it. That's how I got started, like in the voice acting part of the community.
I see. Oh. Which of the main 6 do you feel you nailed the
I
best?
can do a rarity pretty well, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, some people have told me that I do an okay Twilight, but I don't really believe them. I have done an Applejack. It's okay-ish, I guess.
I've I have found in my experience the people who imitate Applejack the best are nowhere near the American South. I'm not doing a judgment call or saying better or
Yeah.
worse or whatever, but people who are actually familiar with or speak in an actual American Southern accent don't sound much like Applejack
Hmm.
that I have found. That's just my experience. I think it makes sense. Ashley, a Vancouverite, not
Hmm.
really from that area. Which was the first Celestia thing you did? Do you remember?
Ooh, that's going back now. I know the first thing I tried with Celestia was a dub of it was the last scene in the season one finale when
Okay,
they're at
I missed you so much.
no,
Oh,
the season finale of season one. So the Grand Galloping Gala episode.
right. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, when the donut shop and Celestia appeared, and then I tried doing a dub of that. That was my first try at it. But the first project that probably saw the light of day,
Hmm.
um, was a project that eventually turned into Silly Philly Studios. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah, it's kind of nice how it worked out like that.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, been with them for a long time, and they're my best friends.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, were you involved with or almost involved with Project Saturation?
I was brought in as Celestia for Project Saturation, yes.
Okay.
That's how I got involved in the group.
I see.
Um, but when that crashed and burned, we turned into Silly Philly Studios, so
Right, right, right.
that just transferred over.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Has that ever been I don't want to say resentment on your part, but has it ever come back to you that you, I'm not like Celestia. I don't want to voice her anymore. I want to do somebody bad.
I always enjoy doing Celestia. I get to do some kind of fun things with her.
Okay.
And I guess sometimes I sometimes people give me things to do with Celestia that I've done before,
Hmm.
and I'm like, oh, okay, just one of those run-of-the-mill things I'll do again. And
Right, right.
I don't really resent anything, but sometimes I do wish that people would give me some really juicy lines, and
Sure, sure.
I
Yes.
have I yeah. I
Yeah.
have done a little bit of villain lines, but
Okay.
not too
Okay.
much.
Which has been one of the more difficult voices for you?
Difficult.
Hmm.
Pinkie Pie is actually pretty difficult because I guess by this point I'm used to more lower pitches,
Okay.
which is kind of weird because as a singer I'm a soprano, uh,
Huh. Okay.
which
Okay.
is the higher range for
Right.
anyone that might not know. And but I just can't do a Pinkie Pie for some reason. Like it's really tricky because it's not just a high pitched voice. Whenever I do a high pitched voice, like really squeaky up there, it kind of sounds babyish. And
Okay.
Pinkie
Okay.
Pie doesn't sound babyish, so I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I can get up there pitch wise, but not, tone and voice quality wise.
I see. I understand. Okay.
I
Ah, okay.
really
So,
admire Andrea Libin for that.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's definitely a range. I
Yeah.
I appreciate. I mean, since it's starting to come to Japan, Japan's Pinkie Pie does a wonderful job, but
I've heard, yeah.
mm, wonderful job, but they had to get other actors to do the other parts. So yeah, Fluttershy is a different actress, and
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I like Japanese Fluttershy, but not quite the volume range that Andrea has.
Hmm. I I can't remember if I've heard Fluttershy yet. I might have.
Possibly, Dragonshy just came out last week, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely give it a listen for sure.
Hmm. Yeah, I love the English Dragonshy. Japanese one, it was good,
Hmm.
but yeah, like I said, she doesn't have the volume. So quiet Fluttershy and loud Fluttershy are almost the same volume for her.
Hmm.
So
Oh,
beginning of
for
the
sure.
episode where she's very, very quietly trying to tell everybody to listen to her, she's speaking in more normal tone, and it seems like everybody in Ponyville is just a jerk.
Oh.
Like they're specifically ignoring her as opposed to not just not hearing her. And the flip side, when she does tell the dragon off, it's in a normal tone of voice, so it sounds like the dragon is really just a wimp.
Well, that just goes to show, like, volume and inflection is extremely important.
Yeah, she does a
Yeah,
great job. I mean, Japanese
yeah.
Fluttershy does a great job. It's just
Oh, I'm
I
sure. Yeah,
heard
yeah,
Andrea, so we know.
yeah. We all have our preferences.
Yeah, yeah. Have there been any non-pony characters that you've voiced?
Yeah. I'm actually doing a project right now. I should. They think they should be releasing an episode where they feature my voice very briefly,
Okay.
and in that one, I do believe I am voicing a villainous character. So
Oh,
that was
interesting.
something different.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Is it
um.
something we can mention or not specifically?
Well, the project is called Monster Raiders. It's up on DeviantArt right now, so
Okay.
I'm assuming yes, I can talk about it because it's public. um, but yeah, it looks like it's gonna be really cool. So
Oh,
if
interesting.
anyone wants to
Okay.
check that out, go for it.
Hmm. Will we instantly know which character you voiced, or
You might, maybe. I don't know. It's I can always tell my own voice, so for me, I can say yeah, you will, but I don't
hmm.
know. Maybe, maybe not.
Okay. I just don't know if you're allowed to say which character is yours at this point.
I'm not quite sure just yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but go check it out. It looks like it's gonna be cool.
We'll check, and if we can say the character, then we'll splice it in right here. Okay, assuming that we've just heard who the character is or not. Looking forward to that.
Yes.
With the singing, you mentioned you're a soprano. Have you sung aside from the pony covers?
I have a little bit right now. Well, by pony covers, you just mean covers of the songs, or do you mean
Yes,
like
yes, yes,
uh
yes. Well, covers of
oh,
song or songs in general that are done pony style.
I well, I did do a lot of of course I do sing songs regularly that are not pony songs, of course.
Mhm.
Um, but these days the songs that I release to the public are mostly pony songs.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That implies much.
But I actually am planning on releasing a cover of a song that I will not mention.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Okay.
but it is not ponies.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, but it
nothing
will be
wrong
on
with.
my YouTube at some point whenever I have the time to finish it.
Hmm. Okay. Not going to tell us, but is it a recent song or is this a like 1920s classic song or
1980s.
safety dance? Oh my God, you're doing safety dance. Yes. Wonderful. Oh,
No, not quite.
no. Okay. That's all right. I won't start guessing because if I do get it, you won't be able to tell me, so I'll just stop.
Yeah, best to just leave it there.
Yeah, I want to know, but I don't want a spoiler. And okay.
Yeah, you'll find out.
Hmm. Well, you mentioned that on your Twitter that you are singer, writer, voice actress, writer. What have you written?
Well, these days I haven't had much time for writing, but
Of course.
back before I was heavily involved in the fandom, I
Hmm.
did do quite a bit of writing, fictional writing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in a work of had a fantasy novel in a work in progress, but now I just don't have time for it.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a lot of people have that fantasy novel somewhere in their hard drive and just
Yeah,
maybe someday.
yeah, when is the time? But for now, it's just sitting there.
Oh. Have you done any fanfic writing or?
Not really, no. I've tried, but it just fan fiction doesn't come to me as easily, I think.
I'm sure some people can do it, some can't, and it's not a question of ability so
Hmm.
much.
Hmm.
But also in there it mentions psychology student.
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay,
Second year.
now we're speaking my field. Okay, master's in psychology. Ahem.
Oh.
Now we're going to talk.
Oh, good.
I'm not joking when I say that. I have a master's degree in teaching psychology.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, I taught at university for a year or two before I came to Japan. Uh huh. I have depth.
Yes. Oh, that's really cool.
So, second year in university, I assume.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
thank God. Okay.
No, middle school.
I didn't assume middle school, but I have heard people say that they are a so and so student, and then I find out it's high school course. I'm like, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if
You're
I would
you're
use that terminology, but okay, I understand.
you're a student, just a very young one.
Yes. What drew you to the idea of psychology?
Well, I did get interested in psychology in high school when they offered a an anthropology, sociology, and psychology course all in one semester.
That's a lot.
And yeah, it covered a lot of material. But it was really fascinating. So I decided I wanted to continue that
Hmm.
in university. So
Nice.
ta-da!
Have you found
Here
it?
I am.
Have you found an area that's appealing to you?
I especially like social psychology.
Yes.
I find that especially fascinating.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
That was my favorite chapter to teach. I was always happy when we finally got to the social psychology ones.
Hmm. Yeah.
What's
It's fascinating. It can be funny too, and
Oh yes, absolutely.
sometimes even scary, but
Sometimes very scary, yes, yes. But have you read of
yeah.
the rope bridge experiment yet?
I might have, perhaps.
It's the one dealing with adrenaline and attraction.
Yes, yes, I have heard of that one.
Okay, now I would just use that and just go on, but let's explain this for people who might not, for some reason, have studied enough in psychology. I don't know what's wrong with you. You haven't, but can you give
It's
them an
just like,
abstract?
oh, let's see. You might be better explaining this than I am.
Well, no, go ahead.
Let's see if I can remember all the details. All I remember,
Mm.
it's been a while since I heard of that one, so
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I know there was a bridge
Yes.
and there was adrenaline, of course, and like some people were put on a more dangerous rickety bridge, some people were put on a safer bridge, and there was an attractive, I guess, agent at the end of a bridge, and
Hmm.
they would try to gauge the interaction with that attractive
You
person.
you almost have it.
Yeah,
The idea
almost.
is
There's some details I'm missing, I know.
no, no. It's you have the basic idea, and it's
Yeah,
just looking at adrenaline versus how we rate somebody. They had
yeah.
attractive, moderately attractive, medium, and yeah, not looking that great people. And the idea is they wanted to see how would adrenaline affect how you view those people. So it was actually in the middle of a rickety rope bridge. This person would approach them and ask for a few minutes of their time, and then later that person would be asked, how attractive did you find that person?
Right.
And they
Yes.
found that the attractive people and the the average looking people were rated as much more attractive in the middle of the rope bridge than they were in the middle of the street. But
Yeah.
lower attractive people, it did not make a difference.
Yeah.
So to be learned from this, and this is where the psychology comes in, if you're taking somebody on a first date, if you're even so looking, take them somewhere scary.
Scare the crap out of them. That'll
Scare the
work.
crap out of them. Roller coasters, horror movies, city council meetings. Something that'll scare them, and they'll view you as more attractive.
Works every time.
Psychology has uses.
Yes, it does.
Ah, I don't know if anybody found any of that interesting whatsoever, but I didn't do it for them.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've studied that particular
Hmm.
one.
Hmm. I know. What's something you've looked at recently that's stuck in your head?
I don't know. I'm on summer mode right now, so all school stuff I was like,
Oh yes, that's true. That's true. Everything
yeah,
kind of bleeds away for a year.
yeah, yeah. So I'm like school stuff. Nah, my brain just like shuts down. Like, nope.
Of course. Have you been able to run any of your own studies yet, or not yet?
Not yet. No, I'm
Okay,
still in the learning stages on how to conduct an experiment.
gotcha. Yeah, that's more boring, but
Yeah, statistics.
useful.
Ugh.
Useful, but yeah.
Yeah, who likes learning about statistics? Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of enjoyed that part. Just the
Oh, I'm math in any shape or form. I'm just like, nope, nope. Ugh, math does not process well in my brain.
I have 7 semesters of statistics under my belt. So,
Oh, oh God, I don't know how you did it.
well, it helped that that my professor was actually the author of our statistics book.
That would help. Yes.
So you could not say, "Can we just skip this part on statistics?" Because that would get a choke from what? I meant, can we skip it and do it twice? I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, well, back on to Pony. Are there any conventions you're able to attend this year?
Yeah, I'm going to Everfree Northwest
Woohoo!
and BronyCon.
Woohoo! Oh,
Yeah.
I can't go to that one, but still woohoo.
Aw. Yeah, I'm looking forward to him.
Mm. You're not in that area at all, are you?
Oh, not at all. Nope.
Quite remote from what I can gather.
Uh, well, well, I'm pretty much on the other side of the continent.
Well, I mean, not even, close to BronyCon is what I can surmise from this.
BronyCon's about like a 10-hour drive from where I live. It's not that bad, but it's still
Okay.
pretty
Yeah,
far.
it's doable, but yeah, it would take.
Yeah.
You could do it in a day, but you'd be just exhausted for the next 3.
Yeah.
Is that your plan though, to drive to BronyCon?
No, it was originally, but plans changed and now I'm flying down. So
I
it's
think
probably
that's
the
a
better
better
way
idea,
anyway.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to have a panel at any of these?
Yes, I will be on a couple panels at BronyCon, and I will be on one, I believe, in Everfree Northwest.
Oh, which panel? Can we announce it yet?
I don't think it's been announced yet, so I'm
Okay.
kind of keeping it on the down low, but
All right, all right. So we
it
won't
does look
announce
interesting. So
specifics. Okay.
yeah,
Hopefully, by the time this interview has been released, it will have been announced, so it won't be a problem. But just in case, we won't say anything.
yeah,
Check her Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube. You have a lot of social media. Uh,
yeah. I know.
Twitter, Tumblr, DeviantArt, YouTube. Uh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I
Oh goodness.
think he covered all the bases.
Well, do you have MySpace? Because that's where everybody's starting to go now.
Really, they're going back to MySpace?
No, that was sarcasm in the nth factor. I could not have been more sarcastic.
Okay, all right.
Just
That
the
must have been a brain fart of not being able to detect sarcasm.
I think it was so deep of sarcasm that nobody could pick it up. It was
Yeah, well,
just
I did hear a news article recently about how people were ditching Facebook now, so I'm like, oh, where are they going now? And then you said MySpace, I'm like, really?
I ditched Facebook just because I couldn't see a need for it anymore, but I understand that some people still like it, so
Yeah, no, I'm going that way too. I don't pay attention. I use it basically just to message old friends.
yeah, any of the old friends that I wanted to keep, I've got on Twitter now, so I'm
Yeah,
or I have their email, which, is used just as much as Facebook for me.
yeah, exactly.
Eh, times change.
Hmm.
Need to make the new one, not MySpace, not Facebook, Pony Space or Pony Book or
Something, yeah.
a safe for work, legitimate pony meeting area. I think that would be
Yes,
nice.
yes, yes.
Get on it, people. Why haven't you finished it by now?
Come
Goodness.
on,
But it's
guys.
slow.
Step it up, man. No, I'm kidding. That must take a lot of work.
Yes, yeah, I do it sarcastically, but yeah. When you get to will these be your first cons, or have you been able to attend others in the past?
I did go to BronyCon last year, and I
Oh,
did go to Canterlot Gardens.
oh, okay, okay.
Yep.
So I
Yes.
assume there is some level of swag that you have attained.
Yes, I do have a bit. I'm looking at my We Love Fine pony bag right now.
Nice.
Yes, and it's filled with stuff that I've collected.
What's your pride?
Hopefully,
What's
my
your pride and
pride.
joy from your collection?
It's probably my Fluttershy plushie.
Aw.
I love it.
Hmm. Is it one of the officially approved ones, or is that just somebody made?
Oh, it's fan made.
Okay.
I can't remember who made it, but I
Huh.
I like it. It's really soft and it looks very nice.
Yes.
Hmm.
Are you thinking of getting one of the Hug Me bags this time around?
Um, I'm not, but the funny thing is, my mom is.
Okay.
She's already ordered one for herself.
Who did she go with?
Pinkie Pie.
Pinkie Pie. Ah, with the cupcake in mouth.
I think so. Yes.
Aw. Is your mother one of the herd?
Yeah, she is. I got her into it.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Yay. We'll have
Yeah, and
to.
she follows me everywhere on YouTube and Twitter and
Aw.
thankfully not Tumblr, but
Well, do we want to give? I guess Mom J would be the best term I can think of right now. That was a terrible joke. I apologize.
Mom J. I'll have to mention that to her.
Well, Mom J, if you're listening, welcome to the herd. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Mothers are always welcome here. We got Brony Mommy, we've got Mando Mommy, and now Mom J. Yay!
Oh gosh. That's a good name actually.
It works.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
horrible joke, but yeah, Mom J.
It's a terrible pun, but it works.
Terrible puns are my specialty.
Oh,
Yeah, that's that's my bread and
the
butter, man.
the better, the terrible puns are the best puns. Like
Yeah,
if a pun isn't terrible, it's just not funny.
it's a loop. It isn't a straight line. It's a loop. You get okay puns and then ones that are so bad that they're great.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I believe Architect and I would both agree on this. Stefan Andrews and I, yes, bad puns are the way.
I quite agree.
Oh, well, is Mom J going to be attending any of the cons?
She'll be going to BronyCon with me.
Oh, not Everfree. Darn it.
I know. She wishes she could go.
Yeah.
But I wish she could go too, but oh well.
Oh well.
And she
You know,
did go to Candlelight Gardens with me last year.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah. And that was actually what got the ball rolling for her. She saw like how passionate everyone was and the
Right.
environment, and she just loved it. So she decided to check out the show and fell in love with the show, and now here she is.
Great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yay. Does she have her own OC as well?
She does actually. I don't think she yeah, actually her OC's name is Mystery Craft.
Mystery Craft. Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a unicorn actually.
Well, that calls into genetics questions because I don't think yours is.
Well, mine's an earth pony, but
We've shown that it, not
it's
always.
possible.
Yeah, sure, it's possible.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, a question that I ask in each of my interviews, in all of My Little Pony, what would you say is the one line or one scene that defines you as a brony?
Like from the show?
Yeah.
Hmm. It's tough to pick.
Well, you know what? Your question intrigues me. Did you have a fan show or a fan submission that you just popped into your head?
Um, I'm sorry, I didn't quite.
Well, because you asked from the show, which implies that possibly you had like I don't know from Epic Base or the base
Oh
canon line
yeah.
or something.
Um, I don't know. I don't really tend to pick out
Okay.
certain things that define me, I guess. Like
Okay. Well, then one section that stands out to you as prime example.
Party of One, the Pinkie Pie when Pinkie Pie's mango straight, that part really always comes to mind when
Okay. All
I
right.
think of the best moments in MLP. Like
Oh, okay.
I love that episode.
It seems to be a large favorite. A lot of people mention that when I ask this question.
Yeah. No, that's even as a psychology major, I found that entire scene like fascinating. Like
Oh yeah.
that's why I like Pinkie Pie so much. She's just an interesting character, I find.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Party of one, hair deflation.
And General going insane.
Mm-hmm. Man, wouldn't that be nice just to be able to tell by somebody's hairstyle? Oh, you're having a bad day. I'll come back tomorrow, okay? Yeah, thanks.
That'd be so much easier, yes.
I know.
Hmm.
Of
Save a
course,
lot of trouble.
you come out here with humidity and everybody will think you're in a good mood when really you're not.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're feeling good today. No, I've got the frizzies. Go away.
Oh, yeah, of course there would be some problems there, but in general, yes, that would be a good system.
I'm curious now. Um, just because the different psychology theories on emotion. Some of them say, for example, some of them say you're sad, so therefore you cry, but others say that you cry, therefore you associate it with something and decide that you're sad. Um,
Mhm.
I wonder if hair would work the same way. So if you straighten somebody's hair, would they become sad?
That's interesting. I never. Wow.
Or
That's
like,
a different perspective. Hmm.
yeah, give Twilight a perm, and all of a sudden she's much happier than she thought she was.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Of course, she did get that temporary perm in the first episode, and I don't think she looked too happy about that.
that's an excellent point. That's an excellent point. And when Apple Bloom had her multiple cutie marks, the Hoopadoop thing gave her a rarity hairstyle, and she didn't seem that much more fashionable for a time.
Nah.
Okay. All right, so we've determined it's unidirectional on the emotions. Gotcha.
There we go. Yeah. Figured it out.
Yay! Hypothesis tested. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Now we can write a paper on this.
Yes. Well, Full Papers has to beat us. He's got his entire classic thesis coming on,
Yes, true. Yeah.
but I do not think it will be long before we have APA approved psych papers regarding Pony.
I'm sure. Yep.
It will be soon, I am sure.
I actually did write my first year psychology paper on Pinkie Pie.
Wonderful. How was it received?
I got nearly 100%, and the only points that I lost marks on was the title page. So it had nothing to do with the essay.
Wonderful. You need to make this public. This is
Oh,
this
it
is
was just
something.
a simple little assignment.
It's a start. I want to see collection of. Yes, I want to see it.
Well, the gist of it was that we had to diagnose a fictional character with a mental disorder. So
Oh
I chose
heck.
Pinkie Pie, and
Mm.
I diagnosed her with bipolar disorder.
Yeah, that one's a no-brainer. That's yeah.
Yep, yep. But I did look through the diagnostic manual and
Hmm.
figured out all the symptoms and
Hmm.
connected them all, and it was a lot of fun.
Now here's the challenge. Do you think you would have been able to diagnose her with bipolar disorder had we removed Party of One from the table?
Perhaps not. Um, that's an interesting point.
I think you might have been able to with
There's still other evidence, but
right.
that episode provides a lot of really clear evidence, I
Yes.
guess.
Well, another, I mean, Call of the Cutie, when we see her in childhood and she's sad and her hair is flat.
Yeah,
That's another example. But
yeah. And I did connect the Party of One episode to her childhood as
hmm,
well.
hmm, hmm.
So,
There we go.
yeah. There's some
Ah,
interesting connections in there too.
darn straight. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, well, are there any projects coming up that you can talk about that you know of? Or recently released projects that you really want to pump up, get people interested in and talking about and tweeting of?
Hmm. I keep thinking back to Silly Philly Studios because they're
Sure.
always the one that I want to bring attention to.
Right,
But
right,
of course, Snowdrop was released, not that long ago,
right.
and the projects we have on the go right now are still in the preemptive stages. Um,
Okay.
we're not really supposed to talk about them
Of
too
course, of
much.
course.
All I know is that I've seen what they're going to do with it, and it's going to be awesome. I just, even though I'm part of the group, I loved it.
That's I honestly believe that's a true indicator of when you've got something great, as in, a lot of MLB staff gets really excited about stuff that's coming up. And
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't know, you don't see that for a whole bunch of shows. You don't see people, oh, I'm so excited to be working on this show. Can't wait for you guys to see the next season. Doesn't happen with a whole bunch of shows that I've encountered, but
Yeah.
this one it does. So yeah, I think that definitely applies. Silly Philly Studios, definitely keep an eye on them.
Yes, we're a cool bunch.
What would you say to the rumors of Snowdrop being re-released as an all musical?
I've never heard that rumor.
I just made that rumor up. I
Well, if they do, I want to sing in it. Oh gosh.
I think it would be fun.
When you mentioned that, I'm like, I didn't recoil in horror, so
Yeah, but I think Meredith might.
I'd have to go through it with her, but I doubt that would ever come to light. I'm sorry to say, but it is a nice idea to entertain.
Yeah, I want to see more all musical numbers.
Hmm. Indeed, me too.
I mean, we have heck, not a full year at this point, but we have a good 6, 7 months before the new episodes come out. Well, you guys have a full year before the new episodes come out. I get weekly ones. Haha.
Yeah. Well, here in Canada, I don't know what they're doing. We have one channel that shows it, and it's all over the place, I think.
Yeah, but you don't get I don't know. I realize that the episodes I watch are not new, but hearing the voices are new.
Yes.
So I get
Yeah,
excited.
that's the new part. That's fun.
By the time this interview's released, it will have been, a few weeks ago. But I'm really looking forward because this Saturday I get to hear Japanese Zakura.
Oh, that would be cool.
Hmm.
Oh,
Rhyming
I want to check that out.
so differently in other languages, so I don't know they'll even incorporate that aspect. But oh, I want to hear Japanese Zakura.
Yes, me too.
I'm looking forward to. I have such high hopes. Please be cool. Please be cool. I I have no idea, but I would be really happy if Japanese Zakura were actually voiced by a foreigner who's learning Japanese.
Ooh, that would be cool.
So it sounds like it's not their native language, as Zakura sounds in English. But
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah.
but I have no idea.
Who knows? We'll just have to see.
But you
Or
did
hear,
mention
rather.
Monster Raters, which is
Raiders, like, Raid, RAID.
Oh, so like Lost Ark type style. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I apologize. I heard raters as in rate my
Oh.
rate my monster. I give it a 7 out of 10. You know, it's got a good beat. You can dance to it.
I think that'd be interesting too, but no, this is Monster Raiders.
Raters. Okay. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum.
Exactly.
Gotcha. I don't know. I think we have a spin-off right here. Just
Yeah,
Monster
yeah.
Raiders. Monster shows up. Blah! Well, all right. I'll give you an 85. You got the jump and you got the teeth, but the eyes don't sell it for me. What are you trying to say? I'm scary?
Oh, that'd be funny. Uh,
This actually has legs. I'm thinking of this one now. Okay.
oh gosh, if you ever do it, I want to see it.
I'll add it to my list of things I can do when I have infinite time and money.
Yes, yes.
It's an increasingly large list. If
Oh my.
anybody has time and money and you just don't have an idea, talk to me, please. I've got buttloads of stuff you can do.
Yeah. No, these days I don't even have time to do stuff that I want on my YouTube anymore.
Yeah, yeah, that is a shame. But
Yeah. Oh well. I'll find time eventually when my to-do list goes down from the current 18 projects that are on there. But yeah.
18. Whoa, goodness.
Yeah.
So how many of the projects or backlog that you have are Celestia?
Let me check here.
I am curious.
Let's see here. Go to my documents. To do. That one's Celestia. That one is kind of Celestia. That one is not. There's one that's not.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So we have 1 out of 18 at least.
yeah, yeah. Oh no, there's a second one.
Mm,
It's a song.
we're down to
Um,
1/9. 1/9, not Celestia. Okay.
um, Most of the songs it seems I have on my to-do list are not
Okay.
Celestia.
Okay.
They're just like my regular voice.
Right, right. Or your singing voice anyway, but yes.
Yeah. Otherwise, speaking lines, um, all of them except one
Wow.
are Celestia.
Okay.
So,
I do hope you don't get burned out on Celestia.
oh no, I do love doing the voice. Of course, I do love doing other voices as well. I
Right.
mean, yeah, I've done other voices, but
Mhm.
Celestia seems to be the one that most people know me for, I guess.
Well, right now they do. We'll say that.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're not a one-trick pony, as it were,
No, no, I do have other tricks up my sleeve.
or a one-trick alicorn, I suppose.
I see what you did there.
See, so bad it's a little bit funny. So
Yeah,
horribly bad it was a little funny. Okay.
I like that one.
Now I want to see one-trick alicorn come into play.
Yeah, no, it would be yeah, I like that.
Well, I would assume right now you're not taking on new projects just because you have such the backlog.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel guilty because some people message me on YouTube or on Skype and say, "Hey, can you do this for me?" And I'm like, "I want to, but I don't have time."
Yeah. Yeah, and that's not somebody being snotty or higher than thou type thing. It's you literally don't have time.
No. Yeah. And
I
like
mean,
in recent months, like, school had me, knocked out of the community for a
sure.
bit, and then allergies came in and wrecked up my voice, and I'm
Oh
just
yeah.
recovering from that, so
You need to develop a character who is dependent upon allergies, just so when they do hit again, you're ready.
yes, exactly. Well,
Yeah,
I do remember one time I had a cold a few months ago,
mhm.
and I was able to use that for some very funny stuff. So,
Oh, nice.
gotta
That's
make
good.
gotta make the best of it. I don't
Yeah,
know if anyone has seen my Celestia has a cold video, but
I remember. Yes, that was good.
yes, that was fun.
I have asked some of the voice actors, "What do you do when allergies hit?" And I can tell which voice actors actually have allergies and which ones do not. Because the ones who do not have allergies just say something like, "Oh, take a Benadryl." Like, no,
Mm,
no, no. You
yeah,
don't have significant allergies, I can tell.
yeah, takes a bit more than that.
Hmm. And you can take 2 Benadryl, and that'll kind of clear you up. But man, it's hard to be awake.
Yep, it's gonna knock you out.
Hmm. So you can do sleepy things, but
Yeah.
so it's a choice: sleepy versus snotty. Which voice do you want from me today?
Yeah, take your pick.
Do you have any home remedies or something you use if your voice starts getting rough around the edges?
I don't have very many. I just kind of rough it, I guess, but
Okay.
which isn't great, I know. But I do drink a lot of tea.
Well, today we have been speaking with MEMJ1013. I can do numbers. I seriously can. I can.
You did well.
MEMJ0123, or Jen, as it were. Thank you very much for coming by and speaking with us today.
Oh, it was my pleasure. This was fun. Thank you for having me.
Be sure to follow her on, well, any social media you have. She's got it. She just made a MySpace page, so you can follow that just in case you readjust.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course.
Or just follow her on YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, DeviantArt, and yeah, there we go.
That's pretty much it. Yep.
And if you request something, be patient. She's not being
Yeah,
lazy, she's busy.
exactly. Ugh.
How far in advance did I have to plan this interview? 2 weeks?
About that, yeah.
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 Hmm.
Ugh.
Well, thank you very much for coming by.
Oh, thank you.
Everyone, this has been Into the Spotlight with OsakaJack on Everfree Network. We'll catch you next time.